We were told to stop the moment we spotted the wreck. Routine crash? They said nothing to see, nothing worth digging into. But the data didn't lie. Something about the readings didn't match any flight logs from that region. I couldn't just let it go. So we stayed, drilling deeper into the ice, ignoring orders, and trusting our instincts. When we finally reached the fuselage and forced the hatch open, the cold didn't hit me first. The silence did. It was thick, heavy, unnatural. And what we saw inside, I still don't have the words for it. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The Arctic chill bit into my skin as we ventured closer. There it was, an old plane, half buried deep in ice and snow. Its presence was eerie, like something out of a movie. I couldn't shake the feeling that it shouldn't be here. Sophia glanced nervously at it, her instincts telling her to back away. "Brian, isn't this incredible?" Marcus marveled, unable to look away. "We should probably call this in, right?" Sophia suggested, her breath fogging in the freezing air, but an inexplicable urge told me otherwise. "Let's wait a bit, just till we can figure out what we've got here," I replied, trying to convince her and maybe myself that holding off was smart. Marcus nodded in agreement, scribbling notes excitedly. Sophia hesitated, then sighed, knowing she was outnumbered. We pressed on, every crunch of our boots echoing the weight of unspoken doubts. Marcus couldn't keep still. Armed with a shovel, he began digging away snow like a kid uncovering treasure. Meanwhile, I examined the plane's rusty exterior, marveling at how it was still so intact after all these years. Elena stood nearby, arms crossed, chewing her lip thoughtfully. "We sure it's safe to mess with this thing?" she called. I turned, giving her my best reassuring smile, despite knowing we were treading on unknown territory. Elena, ever the voice of caution, kept urging us to reconsider. "Guys, we might be opening Pandora's box here. I mean, what if we're missing something?" Her words hung heavy, but curiosity outweighed caution. Marcus glanced over, rolling his eyes playfully. "Elena, come on, we're just exploring. Isn't that the point?" he chimed. I chuckled, but Elena's expression didn't waver. The air seemed colder as her concerns settled into the growing tension among us. Finally, as snow swirled around us like a scene straight out of a thriller, we managed to pry the plane's door open. It creaked ominously, revealing a yawning darkness that sent shivers up my spine. "Okay, here we go," I said, more to myself than to anyone else. The others clustered close, peering into the void. Cold air rushed out, more intense than any wind, reminding us we were far from typical adventurers. Fumbling for a flashlight, we hesitated before stepping inside. What met our gaze were rows of empty, frost-covered seats. Each creak underfoot seemed amplified in the stillness. "This place gives me the creeps," Marcus muttered, breaking the silence. Sophia walked beside me, snapping photos, capturing each haunting angle. It felt like desecrating a memory, yet unbearably compelling. What happened here? The silence seemed ready to yield its secrets, if we dared dig deeper. While Sophia continued taking pictures for documentation, Marcus was busy scribbling every detail into his notepad. "We've hit the jackpot," he said, enthusiasm juxtaposing the somber setting. Elena stayed close, her eyes piercing the shadowy corners, searching for clues. "What do you think we'll find?" she asked. I shrugged, lost in a swirl of thoughts and theories. We had so many questions, and answers felt like they were layers beneath the ice. Elena's curiosity finally brought her to the cockpit area, a spot that seemed to draw her in despite her usual hesitance. "Looks like the controls are still intact mostly," she observed, brushing snowflakes off the dials. Her usual demeanor was replaced by focused fascination. Marcus joined her, shining light onto buttons and levers that hadn't been touched in decades. It was a cockpit frozen in time, whispering stories both chilling and compelling. Among the tattered remains, we found obituaries, names, and faces frozen in a sorrowful past. "These people, they had families, dreams," Sophia whispered, her voice carrying a weight of empathy. Each obituary was a puzzle piece to a story lost in time. "Wonder what happened to them," Marcus pondered, flipping through fragile pages. The plane's tragic past loomed over us, filling the freezing air with a sadness we couldn't shake off. Answers felt tantalizingly close, yet distant. Just as we were delving deeper into our exploration, the radio buzzed to life, making us all jump. It was the authorities, demanding updates on our supposed routine findings. Brian exchanged a knowing glance with Marcus. "Let's keep this to ourselves for now," I suggested, nodding subtly. We all agreed, knowing full well that sharing our discovery too soon could lead to unwanted interference. Our silent pact fueled our determination to uncover the truth hidden within the plane. With each step further into the plane's belly, the atmosphere seemed to thicken. The deeper we went, the quieter it became, our breaths the only sound in the lifeless void. As we ventured further, Marcus paused, leaning closer to the plane's cold frame. "Hey, check this out," he called, pointing to unusual symbols etched into the metal. Whatever they meant, these markings hinted at a mystery far older than the plane itself. "What do you think's inside?" Elena asked. "We'll find out soon," Sophia replied. The lock resisted, but it was clear we had stumbled upon something significant secrets hidden away for a reason. The thrill of discovery was tempered by the heavy, suffocating air inside the plane. Outside, the snowstorm raged harder, cutting us off from the world. We set up a makeshift camp beside the fuselage, shielding ourselves from the wind. Sophia tried to contact our base, but only static crackled through the receiver. Morning brought fresh tracks around our camp, strange, unfamiliar. Marcus's excitement was palpable when he found more engravings etched into the fuselage. Elena grew tense. "It feels like we're being watched," she whispered. Marcus brushed it off, but unease settled over us like frost. "Stay alert," I warned. Reaching the cockpit felt like uncovering the heart of the frozen beast. Shattered panels and cracked dials lay frozen in time, a scene of eerie stillness. The cockpit felt like a tomb of untold stories, echoes of its own demise. Sophia moved methodically, camera in hand, capturing each frozen relic with precision. The Arctic night grew heavier. "Keep watch," I instructed. "We can't risk surprises." We huddled by the campfire, the flickering light casting warmth on maps and notes spread before us, every clue connected like threads of a vast, unseen web. While searching the debris, Sophia suddenly gasped, "Hey, look at this!" She held up frost-covered film reels glinting in the dim light. "There's more to this story than we thought," Elena said, her voice steady but charged with excitement. Marcus examined the reels carefully, the images faint but haunting. "These scenes don't align," he muttered. "They contradict each other." The mystery deepened. The footage painted a story fragmented and uncertain, like truth spliced into riddles. When dawn finally broke, the plane loomed like a ghost against the horizon, its metallic body glinting beneath pale light. "You'd think morning would help," Sophia muttered, pulling her coat tighter. Yet the unease lingered. We stood together in the bitter cold, surrounded by secrets, both found and hidden, knowing this was far from over. The plane had given up much, but it still guarded the heart of its mystery. As Sophia's fingers brushed unintentionally against a switch, the plane's interior bathed in sudden light. We blinked against the brightness, seeing details we'd missed before. "Well, that's new," Marcus quipped, shielding his eyes with his hand. The unexpected glow revealed hidden crevices and overlooked areas, hinting at secrets waiting to be uncovered. Our hearts raced with renewed urgency, ready for whatever lay ahead. Marcus, ever observant, pointed at an odd-looking panel beneath a tangle of wires. "There's something here," he said, crouching to investigate. As he fiddled with it, a concealed compartment clicked open. The air thickened with anticipation we might finally uncover answers to the plane's mysteries. Elena rallied us with quiet determination. "We're close, so let's be ready," she urged. The weight of discovery pressed upon us. It felt like standing on the edge of revelation, a single breath before a plunge into the unknown. The plane almost felt alive, whispering of past adventures and dangers. Marcus glanced around uneasily. "You ever feel like it's watching us?" he muttered. Sophia chuckled, snapping photos. But deep down, we all sensed something lingering, an unspoken presence urging us forward. "I think I know how to get that compartment open," Marcus announced, holding up a crowbar. We gathered close, hearts pounding. "Only one way to find out," he said with a grin. As he worked, Sophia stood ready with her camera, documenting every moment. Her focus was unwavering. It wasn't just about discovery anymore, but being part of history. The tension was palpable, the moment electric. "Let's keep this under wraps," Elena whispered, scanning the silent plane. We all nodded, understanding the gravity of the moment. Every sound seemed amplified, every breath measured as we prepared for whatever truth lay beneath the metal surface. I took a deep breath. "Here we go," Marcus murmured. tightening his grip. The air buzzed with anticipation. We knew this could change everything. Each of us steadied ourselves, ready for whatever revelation waited inside. With a sharp twist of the wrench, the compartment gave way with a soft pop. The door creaked open, revealing something hidden and extraordinary. We leaned in, eyes wide. "Wow," Sophia breathed, camera clicking rapidly. It felt like uncovering a time capsule history awakening before our eyes. What we found inside left us speechless. Inside was a piece of technology unlike anything we'd ever seen. It shimmered with an otherworldly glow, sleek and unfamiliar. "What is that?" I whispered. Marcus's disbelief mirrored our own. The implications were staggering, as if we had stumbled upon something far beyond human creation. We stood frozen, realizing the magnitude of our find. Sophia captured every detail, her camera clicking steadily. "This is groundbreaking," she murmured. Each shot felt like preserving proof of something forbidden. The weight of our discovery settled over us. This was bigger than us, perhaps bigger than the world itself. Marcus paced, thinking aloud. If this tech is real, it could change everything – power, science, even warfare. Elena nodded gravely. And in the wrong hands? The silence that followed said it all. The discovery was monumental, but it carried a danger we couldn't ignore. We knew what we had to do. Carefully, we resealed the compartment, realizing some truths were too perilous to expose. "We'll tell them when we're ready, on our own terms," I said. The decision was unanimous. Though the burden was heavy, relief washed over us. The day had revealed more than we ever expected, and now we carried a secret powerful enough to change the world.